This is the plaintiff, Loretta Murphy. She says the defendant is her daughter, and she and her boyfriend owe her money. Refused to pay, and she has no other choice but to sue them in court today because she wants her dough. The defendants are thieves who stole her mail. She has a restraining order against them, and she's here in the name of justice suing them for the $1,315 she's owed. These are the defendants, Mark and Stephanie. Mark says the plaintiff's crazy. She took the shower head from the bathroom so they couldn't wash. She took the microwave out of the kitchen so they couldn't cook, and she cut the power to their bedroom. She got them kicked out of the house. She kept all their belongings and then threw them out onto the street. And if anyone's owed money today, it isn't the plaintiff. They're accused of not getting along with mommy. The defendants filed a countersuit for $2,591 for their ruined belongings.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Murphy, you are suing your daughter, Stephanie, and her boyfriend, Mark, for $1,315, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, why is that? What happened?
My daughter was having a baby. I suggested she moved in with me for free with the baby and everything. I didn't mind, but then she moved Mark in, and Mark, I'm suing him over the rent because he stopped paying me rent.
Okay, so when did your daughter move in with you?
April 1st, and so did Mark.
Okay, and did you had the baby?
Yes, I had the baby March 28th, and when we came home from the hospital, we stayed at my mother's.
All right, now, is this your first child?
Yes.
No, it's her fourth. My daughter's fourth baby. Her other three got adopted out.
Okay.
And this ain't his child either. It's somebody else's child.
I'm sorry, is it your kid?
No, it is not.
Okay. All right, so they move in to your home, and what goes wrong? What was the agreement, first of all?
He was supposed to pay me $400. Then from that, it went to $300. Then they stopped paying me totally.
Was it by the week or by the month?
Week.
Okay, how much was it? So they were supposed to pay you. Who was supposed to pay you?
Mark, only
just him.
Mark.
$100 a week, and then it went down to $75 a week. All right.
Then he put in an air conditioner, and I told him, you can have the air conditioner, give me another $100 a month, and everything stopped.
Okay, so he was paid up until when?
He paid me...
Until the AC problem?
I think a little bit before that. He paid me like for 2 months, and then he paid me...
How would you keep records of who paid who, of him paying you?
Because I have it written down in my calendar, a little pamphlet calendar. I keep track of everything.
Okay, and how would you prove that you paid the rent?
We have 2 receipts.
Right, out of a lot of weeks. So what were you doing the rest of the time? Just handing over cash and not getting a receipt?
Correct. I didn't.
Yeah, cash doesn't leave this hand without a receipt coming into this hand. Okay, all you got to do is write it on a piece of paper with a pencil.
Yes.
It's not complicated. You know, you grab the nearest roll of toilet paper and the nearest crayon, and you write down what it is that you need to document so that you have proof. According to her, you owe $75 in April.
The first week.
Is that accurate?
No, I paid her.
According to her, you owe $225 in June. Is that accurate?
No, it is not. I paid her every week in June.
Okay, how are you going to prove that you paid her, though? Because something caused the problems. And usually what causes the problems is non-payment of rent. So how are you going to prove that you paid her?
I mean, I have a receipt from the last week of June when she had started this claim.
Okay, let me see that. While she's looking for that, you say that when he brought in an AC, when was that? What month?
It all started June 25th, and my granddaughter's outside because I picked her up from Long Island and brought her here.
Okay.
And we were staying out of the house because we were arguing at that point in time.
What were you guys arguing about?
She was walking around the house filming me constantly.
Why though? That's hostile.
She's
and
telling
usually
me I have dementia.
That you have what?
You're a dimension. You're an old tag. You're a drowned out prune. your sons are dead because of you. Daddy hated you all his life. And she's filming me this on a camera, which they have the videos of everything. And that's how I got her out on harassment charges, by her saying these things
what do
to
you
me.
suppose would cause your daughter to, what happened before that she started
Because
filming?
she thought rent included shampoo, toilet paper, food. She thought it was the run of the house. No, I'm renting you a room and stay in it. There's the front door and there's your room. That's what I
So
rented
were you
her.
guys arguing about the common areas?
I just, like
What was the problem?
The original start of the argument was while she was out, I did a small load of baby clothes in the washing machine, and she came home, threw my clothes out of the washing machine, the baby's clothes, threw them outside all over my backyard, and claimed I owed her $25 for doing the load of laundry. And that is what the original argument stemmed from.
Where did it go from there?
We were not speaking. I had eventually went outside and picked up the baby clothes, but we had not spoken. And from that point forward, our infant bathtub went missing. We later then found out that you have a statement from the woman that she showed up at a woman's house a couple days later with the infant bathtub and asked her to hide it there.
Do you have that statement? Let me see the original statement. So the statement's by Anita Mulligan.
Yes.
I am Mark's former landlord. Stephanie introduced me to her mother, Loretta, with the intent of us becoming friends. After Mark and Stephanie discovered Eliana's infant bathtub missing, a few days later, she showed up with it to my house and asked me to hide it there. I didn't feel safe keeping it there and had it removed.
True.
True? Why would you steal the infant's
So much
bathtub?
of my stuff was missing. I said, you want to know something? They're trying to get me removed from my own house. And with the babies,
How were they trying to get you removed from your own house?
she wanted me to hit her by saying all these things with a camera in my face, the rottenest things. They planted a stick by me.
What do you mean they planted a stick
They
by you?
put a stick there because she came at me like an animal with her. I have a witness outside, my granddaughter, about the baby clothes. That's all a lie.
How
my
old is your granddaughter?
Was
How old is your
11,
granddaughter?
11. She
Let's-
was
let's
there
see.
that night, June
Let's see if we
25th.
have to get to that.
Okay.
So how long were you living there while things were this bad? When did they become bad? What month?
July.
No, the first month of June.
It had to be before July because you guys left when?
The restraining order was put on me August 1st.
Oh, okay. All right. So now, when it got bad, what was the reason that it got so bad?
The house, we had repeatedly called the cops because she kept turning off the electricity to our room. We were running 2 fans.
Why were you turning off the
They
electricity?
weren't paying me no rent. Who are they to turn an air conditioner now on me?
At that time, we were still paying rent. That was in June.
Go on.
And basically, we had called the cops, and every time the cops had come, it's 86, 90 degrees in the house. And for a 5-month-old, it's...
She was 2 months at the time.
For a 2-month-old...
Why didn't you guys leave? I mean, it's better to live in a homeless shelter than to live under these conditions. You've got some video that you were walking around taping your
Yes.
mother. What was the point of the videos?
I was told by our police department to videotape every encounter I had with her because she was extremely unpredictable and they never knew when she would make something up.
Now, this is one of your videos.
Camera, you're going to jail! We just destroyed his air conditioner. There it is on the floor.
What happened?
She took it upon herself to go out the front door, to go out to the window where the air conditioner was, lifted up the window, and pulled the air conditioner out from the back.
Did that happen?
Yes, ma'am. And the officer also told me that Mr. Mark would be paying my electric bill, and I laughed at him. And I said, how is he paying my electric bill when he's not
So
paying
you
me rent?
grabbed your tenant's AC and hurled it on the lawn?
I didn't hurl it. I went out and bought a new one that day, and I have a letter stating it.
Question, did she go out and buy you another air conditioner?
She did, but then she then took it back.
After
Within
September
48
4th.
hours.
What is this a video of?
That,
This is us coming home from Six Flags for the
no,
day.
it was from court.
From court. And this is how Loretta had left the house.
No, it's not how I left the house.
And you don't
honey.
think she needs
I'd
psychiatric
go
help?
back to my house. Ask my granddaughter if my house looks like that.
I was sending the video to her best friend Sharon's daughter in Las Vegas, who is a psychologist who believes I am a problem to my mother's life. When my mother called the State Child Protection Agency on me 10 times a day with false allegations so bad that my caseworker tried to press charges against her, horrific things, to get my child taken away from me with hopes I would have a mental breakdown and kill myself due to the past circumstances of me surrendering my rights.
Everybody here needs therapy.
Thank you.
I'm in therapy,
Thank
and
you.
I have been for a long time.
No, I'm talking about you two.
Please.
Okay.
I actually have a letter from my therapist to tell you what I've stated in therapy over 4 years of my mother's mental health.
You lied.
How on earth did this get this bad?
I tried to help my daughter. I love my daughter. Okay?
Do you?
Yes, I do, very much. But you see, she was pregnant. The guy who bought the mattress is the other baby daddy of the other 3 kids who she's suing me for. She didn't even know who the father was. So I'm trying to help her out.
You sound like you really love her.
Yeah, because I learned a very valuable lesson, and I thought I'd be okay.
So,
with my
according to
daughter.
you, he owes you April, June, July, and August, plus an additional $100 for the AC. And then she owes you $200 for a shark vacuum. Tell me about that.
My vacuum cleaner was $180. It was never used.
Okay,
She was
how did
with
she
me when
destroy
I
your
bought it.
vacuum cleaner?
She must have thrown it or something. The whole head that you pushed came off. It was totally destroyed. I had pictures of
Your
it.
Honor, in the video
And
that you played with the stuff on the floor, the crumbs and the cans, those are the 2 vacuums she's claiming I destroyed that are on the floor in that video.
She cut
Broken
the
already.
holes to the other vacuum. She didn't destroy the other vacuum.
Do you have any proof that she did that?
I don't have the proof.
What is this a video of?
My mother trying to hit me in the head with the stick.
What are you gonna do to my head, Ma?
And then she went, Mark, call the cops.
Let me tell you something. You know what this video tells me? It tells me that your mother has problems, but you know what else it tells me? It tells me you have problems. Because if you know that she is set off like that when you're standing there videotaping her and you're living in her house and there's a rent issue, it also tells me that you're pressing some buttons that you know exist. And that's really unhealthy.
Absolutely, I agree
And
with you.
it's an unhealthy environment for your daughter because now it's not just you having fun and games with your mother anymore. He's involved, your daughter's involved. Anywhere, the street was a better place than this. Now, you have a counterclaim against her for $2,591. For what?
All my property and all my child's property that was in that room that after she had put the restraining order
You had a
against
court
me-
order that said that you had until September 4th to get your stuff. Why didn't you get your stuff
I
within
never
the time?
received a court order of it saying I had until September 4th to get my stuff. It
That
was never
court order
served
was
to me.
issued in which case, the eviction or in the restraining order?
Restraining order.
So why didn't you just
I
take...
have a copy
you
of my
have the
restraining order right here. It
Show
does
me
not-
what says until September 4th.
On my restraining order, it says I had 15 minutes to be escorted to get my belongings. No date and no extra amount of time.
She got out way before Mark.
Just a minute. What this document says is 15 minutes with a police escort to retrieve belongings. Defendant waives his right to same if not done by 9/4. So this is just 15 minutes. How are they going to get everything out of the apartment, out of the house? You know that in 15 minutes you
The cop
can't
was
get...
waiting. He gave them a little bit longer, but she came back other times anyway with a police officer. She came back with him. They just about emptied out my house.
Okay,
The cop
why
even said-
is it that that is typically how it's done. If you can't get everything out in that one shot, then you just arrange with the police to go back in and get your stuff. Why didn't you do that?
After the first time, they told us we had a request from the court.
So why didn't you? You can't just leave your stuff in a place that you can't be. You have to make the arrangements.
Your Honor.
You apparently kept 2 of the things that are their concern, which is the crib and
I got the crib.
you have the crib and what else?
I have the mattress. I have the baby toys. But I would like to...
What is it doing right now? We're
I took it apart. I put it in my attic. When she sued me
We're going to
on-
make arrangements
she
for that.
lost
Stop
everything.
talking. Stop talking. We are going to make arrangements
Okay, just-
with Officer McIntosh for you guys to have a third party. I don't want you anywhere near her place. okay?
Yep.
Is there a third party that you can arrange for so that you can get the crib for your baby? Well, here's what I'm going to do. You can't figure your way out of stuff, and that's on you. I'm going to give you time to try to figure that out. I'm going to give you 2 weeks. But if after 2 weeks you can't swing it to have a third party go over there, because you know I'm not going to put you guys in contact again, all right? Then that's on you.
My problem.
Now let me stop talking and let me tell you something. Had you had any hopes to have a grandchild that you would be able to see?
I was hoping, but after the other three and this one, now she keeps this one from me. So you want to know something? Thank God I have the one out there for my deceased son.
Oh, so you're good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't want them.
All right.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, is it wrong if a mother and daughter don't get along at all? Is it wrong that the mother will not have a relationship with the granddaughter because she doesn't like her daughter?
How old's the mother?
Old enough.
I would say, do the right thing.
I know to do the right thing, but ultimately you got to make a choice. If the mother and daughter really dislike each other, should the mother still try and have a relationship with the grandkid?
I mean, not everyone's meant to be a parent, so I think that maybe she's just not meant to be a parent.
What do you say?
I think that she should try to establish a relationship with her granddaughter because that's really important, and the granddaughter wants to grow up having memories of their grandparent, and it's really essential to a person's life.
It's kind of sad, huh?
It is.
Yeah. Going inside the courtroom.
Did you file an eviction?
Yes, I
May
did.
I see the eviction paperwork? Okay, there's nothing mentioned about April in this complaint. That's why I wanted to see it. So you're saying in June, he didn't pay for the weeks of 4, of 11, and of 18. That's what you're saying, correct?
Right.
And then in July, he didn't pay for those 4 weeks.
Right.
And then in August, you've got him
Nothing.
not paying for 4 weeks. That's interesting because you got him removed in the beginning of August.
And all their junk was there, and I couldn't rent out the room.
Okay.
I have pictures too, a baby item. She
Do you
actually
have, you know what I want? I want proof of payment. That's what I want, guys. It's such a simple task.
I know. I understand.
July 3rd, you got a receipt. Rent would have been due July 1st was a Monday. What day was rent due?
It was normally due on Tuesdays.
So let's
The
say
2nd.
Tuesday, the 2nd. So you paid for the week of July 2nd. Now we've got the week of July 9th. Where's your receipt? I know you know how to get receipts now. Where's your receipt?
On July 8th is the date, the video of her ripping the air conditioner out.
Did you pay July 9th?
No, I did not.
Okay, well then there goes, we don't know anything, we paid everything. Did you pay July 16th?
No.
Did you pay July 23rd?
No.
Did you pay July 30th?
No.
Well, then we know you owe those weeks, don't we?
Yes.
Oh, how come that didn't come out before I figured that out? Why don't you guys explain that one?
Well,
I'm ordering you to pay her $300 in rent for the month of July. And I'm also ordering you to pay the June rent for the $225. That's $525, not a $1,300 and whatever. For the shark vacuum, you have no proof.
I don't
Right.
care.
On your counterclaim against her, I am ordering you, I'm not ordering you, I am giving you 2 weeks. I'm going to give you more than that. I'm going to give you a month, okay, to figure out a situation where you can send a third party over there to get your baby's things. Okay?
Well, in this war between a mother and a daughter, the mother is going to get a little over $500 back. What happens now? The judge is going to give you time to get your stuff out of her house. If you can find somebody.
Yeah,
right?
with a third party.
So where are you living now?
We have a very nice place of our own in Seaside Heights.
So you're okay now?
Yes.
And the baby's okay?
Yes.
Because the judge said even being out on the street would have been better than being with your mother.
Yeah, but we're okay now. We're doing good.
And I
Much
guess
better.
this is the end of it between
Yes.
you and your mom, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, good enough. All right. I'm sorry to hear this. Tough situation.
It is what it is.
Yep. Okay. You must sign some documents. All right, Ms. Murphy. You're not going to get what you're seeking, but $500, a little over $500.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing. And what about your relationship with your daughter?
Her men are more important than her mother. She just met this guy in January and she throws her mother to the curb. The baby daddy, when she met him, she threw me to the curb too. And then we made up. But then she picks this one up from the side of the road and he's more important than me. Let it be. I can't take it anymore.
It's over.
It's over. I could care less.
Obviously, pretty obvious. Harvey?
I got to say, it really is sad, Doug. And one of them should be the bigger person and say, look, let the grandmother have a relationship with the granddaughter, because otherwise it's just going to be a terrible family situation.